of the Brainerd Lakes Chamber. To my left is Emma Weston, and I have something to confess to you. So we have a database of members. I don't know what everybody's email address is. And I was looking up your email address last week, Emma.
Yes.
And so you can either type it in by member or by name. And I typed it in by your name, but I made a mistake.
What was the mistake?
I typed in Emma Watson.
Oh, yeah.
Emma Watson is from Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Emma Weston is hosting this event. So let's hear it for Emma. So thanks again for hosting. We're going to jump right into the interview and learn a little bit about the tons of things that you do here. And I think it's going to be fascinating, especially for all the dudes. Because I learned a lot when we met, and I think what you do is really cool, and so let's just get right into it.
Perfect.
So you've been in business for 7 years.
Yes.
One of the questions I always like to ask is, how did you get started? Why did you start the business?
I literally started my business on a whim, to be honest with you. I got a divorce. I wanted to make an extra $500, and that was it. I was already an RN. I went and started to take courses in Botox and filler and aesthetics, and I literally just fell in love with it. And I just kept taking courses and courses and courses, and I knew it was exactly what my end game goal was to just keep growing. So it was fate, and it worked out great.
Yeah. How many people that are in the room right now are doing what you thought you'd be doing when you were, let's say, in high school? Raise your hand. There's like two. That skills and experience in being an RN, how did that benefit you in opening the business?
Well, I'm still an RN, and I use what I learned when I was starting as an RN, just because people skills, you are learning, you are assessing. I'm just assessing in a totally different way now. You know, I'm assessing your face, I'm assessing everything about you. But also, when you come in for a consult, I'm also assessing why you're doing it. Can I make you happy, okay? If you don't like anything about yourself, if I do one thing, it's not going to make you happy. So as an injector and as an RN, I have learned over the years that you have to assess them as a full person of what their end goals are. Because if they don't like anything, you're never going to make them happy, you know, where you need to start small and then grow into what we need it to be, so.
I think you have a pretty cool mission when I asked you about it last week, and I'm not sure if this is your mission statement or something you just mentioned to me when we were talking about the purpose of the business.
Yep.
But your mission was to empower women to feel good about themselves.
Yes.
Why is that important to you?
I just feel like females, especially moms, we don't take care of ourselves, right? I don't know how many clients who I come in, their kids are out of school, right? Their kids are 18, their kids are gone, they've never even had a facial. They've never even had a massage. They have never taken care of their skin, ever, because they didn't feel it was important. They thought it was too expensive, right? Where you don't have to spend thousands of dollars to make yourself feel good. A happy mom is a happier life, right? So we needed to take care of ourselves starting younger, so overall, as we get older, our overall health is better.
Yeah. And so when someone comes in for the first time, Emma, what is your process? How do you treat that person? What questions do you ask someone that's never been here before that just walks in off the street?
Okay, I would ask, why are you here?
Mm-hmm.
And then I would say, what are we trying to fix? What are your goals? And then you're gonna educate them on collagen in the skin, everything that happens as you age, you know, gravity happens as you age, you know, so you need to be educating them. You can do Botox all day long. You can start when you're 20. Your forehead is gonna be perfect when you're 60, right? perfect. If you haven't done anything to keep the collagen in your skin, guess what? Everything below here is gonna look horrible. So you need to be educating and assessing them and going over everything with them, and not to scare them to think that you have to spend thousands of dollars to get there, because you don't have to spend thousands. It's just the minor things that help that.
So let's talk about some of the procedures, and you're gonna have to kind of guide me down the path here, because I had some bullet points, but I know these are broad categories. So you mentioned Botox, and I remember when we met, I said, you're gonna have to explain that, because the men may not know that, maybe some women don't. And she introduced me the concept of Brotox, by the way.
Do you want some? We can do some now. Do you want some?
Yeah. Well, let's talk about what it is first.
Okay.
What your treatments are.
Okay, so Botox is a neurotoxin, or Botox is, sorry. It's a neurotoxin, okay? It's a paralytic, so we are taking away the expression that is preventing it, right? So we're taking away your expression, so your 11s, your forehead lines don't get worse as we get older, right? Okay? Botox is a general name, right? It's like a Kleenex, right? There's a lot of brands. There's Jeuveau, there's Xeomin, there's a lot of brands of it, but Botox is the name that everyone knows. So by doing that, you're preventing the wrinkles in your overall face from getting worse. So the common places are your 11s, your foreheads, your crow's feet, and then if you get more advanced into the fun stuff that I like to do, you can do it on your jawline, you can do it on your neck, you can do it in your nose, you can do a lip flip, thousands of options. You can do it in your traps for the tension, for headaches, lots of options. So it's a great product. Everyone thinks it's very expensive, like, oh my gosh, I can't spend $700 every 3 months. No, you don't have to spend $700. If you're starting in your 20s, it's not that expensive. Even if you're starting in your 30s, it's not that expensive, because we live in Brainerd, right? No, we don't want to look like LA, right? We want a natural look that everybody has, right? So it's a natural look. You're still going to be able to move your face. It's not frozen. Nobody is going to even know you did it. You know what? And sometimes your husband might not even know you did it. I mean, right? We want to tell you. I mean, we might, but.
You should notice these things. I've learned that.
Well, let's be honest, they don't. They come in, they pay cash. Then my husband, he doesn't know. So we're good. And he asked me, why don't I have any? Your forehead, it looks so good as you get older. I don't know why. I don't know why.
So the next one I have is contouring and skin tightening and toning. So let's talk about that a little bit.
So we have a lot of options for contouring, skin tightening. So we can go to the face, we can go to the body with that. So we have lots of options for that. You can contour your jawline, you can contour your cheeks. A lot of options with the face. That is a dermal filler that's going to enhance your natural face. Remember, you're not going to have a fake look. You are going to keep it natural. As we get older, your face, you lose your cheeks, right? So we need to support everything below here, because everything falls. And then we have options for the body. So if you have excessive fat that you want to get rid of, if you need skin tightening, we have a lot of options for that. We have the Pixel 8, we have Cryo, and the T-Shock, which is fat freezing, that tightens and tones the skin. So there's a lot of options that the people who are scared to go have plastic surgery and don't want that time, there's a lot of options for that.
Let's talk about laser services
Okay.
next, and I know that encompasses a lot of things.
Yep.
So just tell us a little bit about laser
Okay.
services.
So we have all types of lasers. We have the CO2 laser, we have an erbium laser. So you can go to an aggressive laser treatment and we can start your skin over fresh. You're talking about a 5 to 10 day recovery, great results. Everybody is always scared of it because they're like, why would I need to do that, right? It's great for wrinkles, deep wrinkles, age spots, it's great. And then we have tattoo removal. Some men might have some tattoos, right, that you don't like, right? It happens, I know. You'll come see me. It's very uncomfortable. You usually don't like it. I try, but you usually don't want to be here. I try, I promise. Tattoo removal, we do IPLs for age spots, laser hair removal. I'll show you. I think that's it.
Alright. And all of this is on your website, laid
Yes.
out beautifully, by the way.
Yes.
Anything else? Anything we missed that doesn't fit into those broad categories?
We recently got the Salt facial machine, which is super exciting. So it's using natural sea salts. That's a deep exfoliating of the skin. So we're literally using it as a great way to take off your top layer. And then we're going to open up, and it's sort of like an actual peel, like your skin actually sort of peels. And then we're taking an ultrasound and we're putting all the great peptides into your skin. So it's gonna be a great collagen turnover. It is an amazing treatment. I've been extremely impressed with it. My clients have been very happy, so that's very exciting to have.
Yeah. One of the things that stood out to me, Emma, during our conversation is that you start with the premise that everyone is beautiful.
Yes, true.
And I think sometimes that gets lost when you get right into here, you can do this, you can do that. If you,
Yeah.
But one of the things that she said to me is, our staff never looks at someone and points out what should be fixed.
No,
It's all what they're self-conscious about.
Yeah.
And then you help them with that. But
Yeah.
you start with this premise that everyone is beautiful and that
Yeah.
you're empowering people to even feel more
yeah.
beautiful.
And my clients are always like, why do you tell me I could have that done? Why? Because I'm not gonna point out your flaws. I'm not gonna look at your face and find flaws. I'm not going to make you leave here and have a complex. Like, oh my gosh, I hate how this looks on my face. No, I want you to leave here and be, oh, I feel so good. And then you know what? When it's been 2 years and we're friends and we're laughing and joking and Sherry's like, Emma, be quiet. You're super obnoxious and loud because we're having so much fun. Then it's like, okay, hey, let's try this. Like, we have done all this, now let's try this. Because I don't ever want to make a female or anyone feel more self-conscious about how you feel, because I want you to leave here and be happy with how you feel.
Couple more questions here. And I always ask businesses this question, and we talk about it kind of in general.
Mm-hmm.
What makes you different from your competitors, do you think?
I seriously love what I do. This is not a job, it's a complete hobby. I would invest every dime I made into education. I have put more into education in the past 7 years than I did when I went to actual school, because I truly love it. It is a passion, and the more I learn, the better I can make you guys feel. So it's truly fun to me. Like, when I am here, I am happy. Like, this is my second home.
Emma actually loves her clients. They're her family.
Yes, for sure.
All right. You mentioned a couple myths. What other myths would you like to dispel? Talked about costs, you talked about that
Yep.
you're gonna get permanently,
Yep,
people are gonna tell
yep.
what you have done, what other things?
Like, nobody has to know that you're doing it, right? Your best friend might see you did something, but if you don't, in this world, right? Botox, when I first started, like, the advertising world, Botox in Brainerd was Googled in 1 month 6,000 times. Where to get it done. 6,000 times, okay? That's a lot, okay? Now, think about how many of your friends you think have it done. Because I guaranteed at least half of them have it done. And nobody is talking about it. I have girls in here in work boots. I have girls in here in dolled up to the nines. I have girls who show up in their workout clothes. I have girls who show up in their suits. I have a few men, but they usually come in with their wife because they're scared of me. I get it. I get it. But it happens. But so, I mean, it's all types. It doesn't have to be the perfect face. It's all types.
Last question, and this is the parting shot for you. What do you want people to know or remember about Lakes Area Cosmetic Bar?
I know I've already said this, but I truly love what I do. I love my clients very much. They are, like Sherry said, my friends and my family. When you come here, I created this space not like your normal med spa. I want it to be a fun place to be. I want it to be laughing, joking, crying happens too, because this is a place that you don't have to spend all your time at, but I want you to be comfortable. And I want you to trust me. The moment I do anything to you, anything, this is what I say to you. We are friends now. If you are unhappy with anything I did, anything, it is your job to come back to me to tell me. Like, I don't like this. Okay, well, let's fix it. Because it's your face, it's your body. So if you don't like it, let's make you happy. Because you have to be open and honest with me, and I'll be open and honest with you. So truly, all of them are my friends.
Well, we are very happy that
Yeah.
you hosted Business After Hours tonight. So one more round of applause for Emma.
Thank you.
All right, so we are going to transition now into wait some door.